Hi, it's Gary Kay. We are here at InfoComm 2019, and one of the hottest things in the AV market right now, and in fact any market, is cloud-based something. And here we are in the Intel Unite booth here at InfoComm 2019, where you just launched cloud-based Unite. Thomas Loza, who is the Director of Sales for the Unite Group, and Jason Goecke, who is the General Manager for Intel Unite, are here to talk about that. First off, congratulations on everything with Intel Unite.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Really excited, happy to bring the new version of the product to market, giving our customers more opportunity to deploy Unite as they see fit, either cloud or on-prem.
Yeah, and in fact, I've had personal experience with the Intel Unite platform because I've been using it in my classroom at the University of North Carolina School of Media and Journalism, and was preparing for the keynote at UB Tech, where I drove the whole keynote using the Intel Unite platform. So talk a little bit about sort of where it fits into the ecosystem of the meeting space and the meeting experience.
Yeah, so where Intel Unite fits is really within providing a platform that goes into every conference room out in the enterprise or the classroom. It provides an open platform that has pluggable capabilities, so really open to work with any hardware you may have in place or services such as WebEx or Skype for Business or Zoom, and really provides a common experience to all of the users that's very easy to use. And now with the cloud feature, you actually have the ability for it to be as easy to use for IT as it is for the end user as well.
And actually an example of that is, for example, where you can take over, sort of in a way, digital signage displays and turn them into collaboration displays without having to change any hardware by just logging into the Unite platform.
Yeah, you would basically run Unite in what we call a pin-only or a kiosk mode, and it allows digital signage, first of all, it allows our customers to get multiple use out of all their displays that they have in their environment today. So instead of having a digital display that's just a one-way interaction of content, they can actually walk up to the screen using the Unite client on their laptop or their tablet or their phone, take over the screen, present out data, and use that as an ad hoc presentation layer.
And you mentioned that the Unite platform is sort of, I guess you'd say, video conferencing agnostic or platform, collaboration platform agnostic. Obviously that was by design, and part of that is the Intel heritage.
Yeah, so we really want to be an open platform and plug into everything that's out there. We know that there's best of breed platforms that we can interact with, and really where Unite shines is the fact that we keep all of your content local to your network, which means nothing goes to the cloud from a content perspective. So if you have confidential information, it doesn't go. If you have bandwidth considerations, everything stays local, and that's a very powerful capability, but that adds to the existing collaboration features that are out there within the existing UC platforms.
And like all the collaboration products that are out in the market, you have all those features built in as software features rather than as hardware features. So the connectivity is automatic. If you're on the same network, it's as simple as typing in a PIN. It's like a 6-digit code. You type in the 6-digit code, you're connected, and all of a sudden you have control, but you also have the ability to share everything and invite others to share with you through interactivity and content sharing.
Yeah, so recently we've added, as you know, touch as an example so that interactivity of being able to share content, but actually interact with the content, or actually touch back your PC to actually move the content around from the front of the room if you happen to have a touch display. It makes it more interactive, more intuitive, the ability to annotate remotely or in the room and have everybody that's participating in that meeting, no matter where they're at, see those annotations and see that experience as if they were in the room is key as well.
One of the questions I think is going to be asked by anyone logically watching this is, since you launched a cloud-based version, is the security issues, right? Because that's obviously an issue. Everyone's, what people have to understand is there's a difference between the cloud, as in like the iCloud cloud or the consumer cloud, I guess you'd say, versus the kind of cloud you're talking about. Sort of tell me how you went about deciding to deal with those types of security issues, because you obviously have some very high-profile customers out there that are going to want to use this.
Yeah, so again, what we're putting into the cloud is really the management services of how you configure and deploy the Unite systems on the premise, as well as your PIN server, the piece that's providing the security and a unique mechanism to join the conferences. What we're doing is not putting a lot of that customer information in the cloud today. So from an Intel perspective, we have a very strong InfoSec set of policies that we adhere to. So we really applied everything we're doing within the cloud at the Intel level of specification to do the security and operations of that as well.
Go ahead.
We're maintaining the content, as Jason mentioned earlier. The content is not going to the cloud. The content is still local on your network. So the security aspect of sharing out your content or where your content goes, they don't have to. That's not an issue with the Unite Cloud Service. The cloud service is doing that orchestration of connecting those two devices on your current infrastructure.
Now, at ISE, I was privileged to be able to see a private demo of version 4, which is where that big launch was. I've been using, I guess you'd call it version 4. You're calling it Intel Unite 4.
Sure.
If I were to kind of put on my crystal ball right here, what might I see? Like, what features are you being asked about now that you don't already have? Because it seems like a pretty thorough product right now. What could you imagine adding, or what kind of things are people asking about here at InfoComm?
So our customers so we have a set of customers that are starting to bring more smart technologies into their space, and so they're asking us to find abilities for that smart space to converge with their collaboration space. So this is a good example in this room where we've got lighting controls in, meeting management software in, even glass management control mechanisms that are all being hosted on that Unite platform, so that as you move into a collaboration setting, the room itself gets set in a smart way to actually be ready for that collaboration. So that's one of the neat trends that we're starting to see now, and some of the asks that we're getting. Of course, we're an open platform, so it's a matter of an API stack here or there and figuring out how to do those control points. Fairly easy for us to actually add that capability in.
Yeah, and in fact, I guess what you're referring to is environmental control, and because you have an open API, that means that control companies can leverage that and take that to the next level, and also connect it to the existing system. So you have the ability to use it as a standalone system or as a part of a larger system.
Yep.
And now, one last question, because you're going to have a vision for sort of where Intel sees Unite fitting into the ecosystem of the Intel brand. Where does this fit in? Is everyone in Intel using Unite, and sort of where kind of, because I heard rumors that the reason why Unite exists is because people within Intel were frustrated in the way that they were doing meetings, and they said, well, let's fix this by developing our own system.
Yeah, absolutely. It started exactly that way, where a group of engineers got frustrated with technologies in the conference room and actually fixed it. And then it began to expand at Intel. Started out in about 600 conference rooms, which for Intel is a small pilot. And then from there, we have it over in 6,000 conference rooms now today in all of Intel, and everyone's using it. And they're using it with a plethora of other technologies. Both in the room, we have people using Zoom and WebEx and Skype for Business, and it all works seamlessly with that same user experience.
Yeah, so this is, and if you want to get more information, all you have to do is go to intel.com/unite. I think you each actually have your own dedicated URL, which I'll put in the description of the video as well. But we actually went around and shot individual videos on each of the kiosks to show how this integrates and how easy this is to use. So all you have to do is go to our InfoComm microsite at ravepubs.com/InfoComm2019, type in Intel in the video search window, and you can see all those videos. And of course, you can just type in Intel in any of our search on our website, and you'll find not only the videos, but also the news stories, including the one they released yesterday on the cloud-based platform. So congratulations on everything. Tom, thanks for joining me. Jason, thanks for joining me. Congratulations on everything, and thanks also for supporting my keynote at UB Tech. I appreciate that. We got a lot more to do, a lot more to cover, ravepubs.com.